Cardiff 0, Liverpool 2, back to the top of the league. For me, I was never worried about... Oh, actually, no, I lie. I did say this could be our hardest game amongst the fixture list that we got towards the end. I did say that, right? And I think you said Wolves probably the hardest game for you. But for me, I just thought this could be a banana skin for us because these guys need to stay up.
And they were on a hype after beating Brighton, I think it was.
And I expected Cardiff to fully be 15 men behind the ball. I'm talking like the ball boys. I'm talking everybody behind the ball. But I think this performance today showed that why we have progressed as a team. And our mindset has to change as Liverpool fans. Because Liverpool of old, they wouldn't be as calm as they were yesterday. I think they were really patient. I think that's the biggest thing to take from that game yesterday or today, whatever it is that they waited and waited and waited. And it didn't look like they were forcing it. And you just knew the goal was going to come. That's how I felt from the game. And the first half, even though we created a lot of chances, I just knew the goal was coming. I don't know if you felt differently.
I was slightly different because I was a bit like... against Chelsea, I just felt that it was a little bit more like sustained pressure, and I thought something this has to give because it was so consistent. But this game, I just didn't feel that. I didn't feel in the first half. I was like, I'm not seeing enough here, like intensity in the game from carving out the chances. But yet they were carving out chances. But then I saw Firmino miss that chance, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll tell you what, is this going to be one of those days? And I saw Salah go 1-on-1. I thought, oh, that's not, is this going to be one of those days? But then. Second half, to go and get the goals, get the job done. Very professional performance. Few people have said it, actually, funnily enough. The Bandar was not at his best. But Bug's life was.
Matip's out here carrying VVD, bro. That's how good his performance yesterday was. No joke. All the people that criticise Matip, there's still people who just criticise just because the way he runs and the way he does
looks.
Things. Yeah, just the way he does things, yeah. But for me, like, no one has called Gomez's name. Since Gomez has been missing... Right? No one has said, "Oh, we need Gomez immediately back." No one said that. So Matip has to be given a lot of praise and
fair play to the guy because people were saying he's not good enough or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the answer to, I don't think he's like, amazing. But I think between Gomez, Van Dijk and Matip, I think you've got some good centre-halves there. I'd still like to, if like that, the lift was available, yeah, I mean, you'd obviously take him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I wouldn't look at Matip and be like, oh my God, what a disgrace.
You talk about the Bandar VVD, like, he didn't have a shit game, but some of his clearances where he's just booting it into the crowd, and over the stadium and not even getting distance. I was thinking, you didn't have to do that there. And it just brought on unnecessary pressure to us, like throw-ins as well. You don't want to, because that was the only way.
They prey on that.
That's the only way Cardiff were going to score these goals, were from corners and crosses and things like that, throw-ins.
How did Morrison miss that header? Please. I was like, that's a foul on the keeper. It's got to be a foul on the keeper. And then everyone like kind of stopped. I was like, well, obviously he's going to foul for the goalkeeper. And then everyone's like, no, he's missed that from. I've never seen anything like that. I don't think I will ever see a miss like that.
I want people to do their research and people who know Morrison, just to find out if he supports Liverpool, bro. Because that's something that I would do if I was in a situation. If I'm supporting Liverpool and I'm free on goal, I'll be missing that. That hit is traps. He didn't even hit his head. It hit his, I thought it hit his neck, not even his, further down. Traps, bro. I don't know how that even happens.
Mate, all I'm saying is respect. Appreciate it.
Morrison, we appreciate that because that miss was unbelievable. I don't know how.
It's unbelievable. It's a beautiful thing.
The other the sort of major talking point, is this Salah diving. It's not a penalty. It is a penalty. All this. Now let's clear this shit up, because my man's grappling him. He's playing WWE in there with Salah. And then Salah he does dive. He just falls at the end, and that is a dive. So when I watched it, I was like, that's a dive. But then when you watch it, people are screaming foul, 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 foul from a long, long time ago. So how would you clear that up?
Penalty.
That's it?
Penalty.
But what about the dive?
But the thing
it is a dive, right?
He's exaggerated the fall, I'd say. I'd exaggerated the fall. But if you look at it, like, a lot of times when players don't go down, they don't get the penalty. So you don't actually get the justice for staying on your feet. That's what frustrates me. Now, it's a catch-22 because it's like, right, well, if you give the penalties, then you're going to have to give them all the time. So if there's contact, you have to give it down. But as a centre half, I think someone else alluded to it before. I think it was Match of the Day. I'm not sure. Someone alluded to it saying, the referee will give the defender benefit of the doubt for the first 0.3 seconds, just to recalibrate once you've got goal side of him. But to then just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, you're walking a tightrope for me. And then the thing is, for Salah to stay on his feet, he won't get the penalty. If he goes down, it's immediately a penalty. So as far as I'm concerned, I think it is a penalty, and I think that's where the referee. It comes back to the refereeing, because technically Robertson did the same thing to Morrison in our half, technically, but he did it really early and then let go, right? So
yeah, it was a split second.
So it's a split second penalty. So that's what I'm saying. The referee will give you benefit of the doubt, but it's a split thing. I personally believe if the penalty was given there, I don't think as Liverpool fans we'd have a leg to stand on, because he has pulled his shirt and
VAR probably would give it.
and he stopped him from getting his jump. So technically, I think that's a penalty. But for Salah's one, if you keep holding him, there's no justice for staying on your feet, and that's my problem at the moment. Everyone's talking about people that died. Well, if you don't go down, you don't get a penalty. So what? So what? And if it's a foul and you stay on your feet to try and be honest, you don't get rewarded for it. So that's where the problem lies with the refereeing, I guess. Because then the refereeing thinking to myself, well, if no one's asking me to make a decision, I won't make one. But if someone asks you to make a decision and it is a foul, then you have to give the penalty. And obviously respect to Millie Gunman.
God, comes on, bang. I think no one even... There was a little argument there, wasn't there, between argument or discussion, debate.
Salah wanted to take the penalty.
And Milner said, look,
just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, yeah?
Do you know what I mean?
I'm Big Jimmy Jones out here.
Do you know what I mean? That's it. So, and then Gini's goal. Oh, my God. That Tekers, bruv. The ball was just rising. Couldn't hit it any cleaner. And Gini's performance, because there's a lot of people saying why Fabinho isn't starting again. For me, the only thing that makes sense is that this game, you knew that Cardiff weren't going to come attacking at you, so Fabinho, you probably didn't need him in a defensive. You probably needed a bit more...
Someone to carry the ball.
Yeah.
And this is where Matip, for me, is... People have noticed it in glimpses, but the way he's taking that ball and driving up the pitch, sometimes I'm like, yo, who is this guy? Who is this
He's
guy?
actually doing more work than our midfielders sometimes. No joke.
And this is the thing, I'd say, maybe it's because I'm a Liverpool fan and I might have blinkers on, but people talk about young defenders, right? So Joe Gomez, if Joe Gomez was, let's say, Spanish and playing for a top 4 side, or I don't know, who's second in the league at the moment? Atletico? Probably?
Yes, they are.
So if he's centre-back playing for Atletico Madrid, I guarantee you that English clubs everyone will be talking about him coming to the Premier League for big money. De Ligt is playing for Ajax. Technically, yeah, I think he's won that Eredivisie, with those guys. But if Joe Gomez was playing for Ajax at 19 years old or however old, 21 years old, wherever he is, I'm telling you now, a lot of teams will be looking at him big money because they've got this young prospect. We don't really give English players... Sometimes we go too far the other way and say this is the next best thing. But sometimes we're a bit sort of like, not giving him the props they deserve. Same thing for Matip. If Matip was doing what he's doing now for a club in Europe, a top 4 club, there'll be a big price for him to come into the Premier League. So I think sometimes we've got to appreciate that we have got good players in this league. And even the young English players, we've got to back them. Because we have got a good one there. He's a good English prospect. And if he was playing for a European club and coming, playing in the Champions League, playing in a final last season and doing what he's done, people will be talking about him in such, oh my God, he's going to cost 50 million to sign him. So I think it's you can see that in other clubs. Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea is a prime example for me. That Bayern Munich willing to pay 45 million for him. That shows that we have got these young players, and sometimes, don't go too far the other way and gas them up too much. But appreciate that we have got some good players here, and they need to be given opportunities in the Premier League.
You talk about the young players, right? Trent. We've noticed this in this last few weeks. He's actually struggling. Now I want to say he's a bad player or nothing like that. He's a quality player, but as Liverpool fans, we have to be real. Like some of the stuff that he's been doing the last few weeks has been eyebrow raising, because he was getting done up on the wing there.
Mendes Lang was causing havoc,
and that's against Cardiff, and he was literally doing him. So I don't want to go too ham on that, but
then he gets an assist.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing, that's what he has done.
But there's room for improvement there.
Even any games that he hasn't played well or defensively he's been a bit suspect, he's got assists. I was having a conversation with a Chelsea fan, and I said this is just off the cuff, I said to me and him having a conversation, if you had to do a combined 11, Liverpool-Chelsea, how many Chelsea players get into that 11? He says straight away, he goes, Azpilicueta ahead of Trent, next question. And I said to him, I was like, nah. And then I was actually like, you know what? Actually, defensively, you can't disagree. Because he'll get in.
And I will second that. I would agree with that. Naby Keita, I want to give a shout out because he's getting much, much more involved in this game. And he's getting into tune with the pace of the Premier League.
Is that brilliant management? Or is that just down to the player taking his chance? Because I
think a mixture of both.
I actually think it's brilliant management. You know what? I'll eat my words here because I thought to myself, Klopp's you know, I think he's doing wrong because he's not. But I think it's brilliant management. He realised Fabinho acclimatised. Right, he's ready now. Keita, he probably thought he isn't quite ready yet. He's not ready yet. I'm not seeing what I need to be seeing. He's ready now. I'll give him a run of the games. So I do think it's good management because even when he buys players, he doesn't just chuck them in and say, right, because I bought you, you start. You got to buy into what I want to do. When I think you're ready, you'll play. So I think you have to give props to the manager. I think anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think now it's a mixture of confidence and the manager playing in the right time. Gini, like I said, he came into the Fabinho role. Not that he just scored, but his performance in itself was amazing. The amount of energy, what he does.
And other clubs again, like around Europe, are talking about him again. Well, not again, but now talking about him because well, hold on a minute. He's been part of this whole movement to see Liverpool go through the gears. He is a very good player.
And we see, you know, the rotation and use of the squad, which is good, right? Now, to wrap this video up, I'm going to ask you one question. Do you see Man United doing us a favour on Wednesday when they got battered up 4-0,
Wheeled up
by Everton? Everton.
This guy.
Bro, listen. Will they do this way? Because I know the fans are already pissed, yeah? But if you get whacked up and Everton are doing the olays on you, yeah?
I'm telling you now, if they get beat, don't be surprised if you start hearing, give it Giggs there to the end of the season. Give it Giggs there. No pride, no passion, nothing, right? Because listen, Manchester United they were atrocious the other day. Atrocious. The only thing, as Liverpool fans, I think that we're holding on to is that they can't play any worse than that. They have to get a result. Arsenal getting beat, blessing in disguise. Chelsea's result, blessing in disguise. Tottenham lost. If they win, they are right in the mix for top 4, right? They are right in the mix.
And they need it. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, they need it. As much as they don't want Liverpool to win the league, I get that. But sometimes you got to stop thinking about that. Worry about your own ship. You shouldn't even worry about that because you're 20, 25 points off.
That's
don't
what I'm
even
saying.
think about who wins it because it's not going to be you.
This
time round.
You go on. You said about sometimes. You said sometimes you don't think about it. Like you just said there, do not think about who's top. When Liverpool were in that position, it didn't matter who's going to win. Yes, we're pissed off that Man United are winning all this and that. You got to think about yourself. If you're not in that top 4 and you're trying to attract players and trying to get back to where you want to, that is going to be a stumbling block. Simple.
Europa League done. Finish. Right, that's gone. Right. Champions League done. Right. So you lot now, you have to get in top 4 as a man. So that's the only thing I would say. But the other thing is, you don't become. They have this on-off switch. Everyone keeps talking about on and off switch. Have a bit of self-pride as a Man United player. If you know that you're not going to be here next season, you don't think you're going to be here next season. This game, everyone in the world of football will be watching this game of football. Everybody in the world. It's on a Wednesday. Everybody on the planet who's got any interest in football will either watch a summary of or the game live. It will get watched. If you want to move, this is your time. Come up and do something. You do something against Man City, when everyone's watching, you're going to get a move. That's the difference between Paul Pogba going to a Real Madrid or Barcelona or going to PSG, I think. And that's not a bad move for him anyway, but you want to be playing in that league. You want to be playing it for those two clubs. I don't think Paul Pogba is to blame too much. I think a lot of people in that, it's easier to blame Pogba because he's a personality. But at the same time, it goes deeper than that, I believe. But Man United, if Man United play like that against Everton, it could be 6 or 7. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't expect any favours from Man United in this game. I do think they'll lose. But going on a bit like what you said, is that if they do beat Man City, for the fans and towards the end of that season getting top 4, I think it does massive things for the fans and the whole club in itself to win that game.
I know Man United fans will be sitting there thinking, nah, don't want Liverpool to win it. Don't want Liverpool to win it. That's fine.
That's small thinking for me.
Yeah, but that's fine. You don't want Liverpool to win it. But let's be honest, you're 22, 25 points adrift of first and second. So that should be the least of your worries. You're fighting to. If you don't get top 4, you're then clumped with Everton and Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's the difference, or West Ham. So that's where, as a club, where do you want to be? It doesn't matter about who's above you because they're miles away from that. But you need to put your building blocks in place to get back up there.
So just to finish off, man of the match for me, like I said earlier on, was Matip. No one for me came close to Matip's performance in that game. He was a standout, and if you're getting standout ahead of the Bandar VVD, then for me, there's no other man of the match for me. Do you second that?
I don't think you can look too far away from him. Bugs Life was at it. Big performance.
So until the next game, which is Huddersfield, I think it's on Friday. We will have to check that, but I'm pretty sure it's Friday. So until then, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and definitely comment. Peace.